Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the project planning. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you are a student of PMP and you are planning to give exam of project management near future. So this is a very important topic, that what is project planning. We have taken this topic from the PMBOK guide. So let us start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's start. Friend, whenever we talk about project management, basically the most important aspect or most important phase of a project is the project planning. So in actually the most important phase on which the whole building of a project is basically based on is the project planning, and a very important task or very important work for a project manager is to do the project planning. Now what is planning? Actually, project planning is a discipline or method for stating how to complete a project within a certain time frame using defined stages with designated resources. Basically, friend, simply planning means that, for example, you want to build a e-commerce solution, let's suppose. So now the planning means that how will you build the e-commerce solution? This is the question, how. So basically planning is telling you that how will you achieve the targets, how will you achieve the cost, how will you do the planning for resources, and how will you manage the communication, how will you manage the resources. So basically project planning means that it will answer the questions of how will you achieve that. Setting objectives, these should be one view of the project planning divides the activity into setting objectives, identifying the deliverables, planning the schedule, making supporting plans. Supporting plan means communication plan, risk management plan, project schedule, other things like that. Supporting plans may include those related to human resource, communication method, and risk management as well. Project planning means to bring a project to some stage that the project manager will need to assemble a project plan. The project plan describes the cost, scope, schedule for the project. It lays out exactly what activities and tasks will be required, as well as the resources needed from personnel to equipment for financing, and where they can be acquired as well. Good project planning also factors in risk and how to manage it, including contingency plans and details communication strategy to keep all stakeholders up to date and on board as well. Project planning means, first of all, we know that there are 5 phases: the initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and then the closing. So these are the 5 phases. So we one by one we discuss about each phase. First we discuss about initiation. Initiation is the first phase of the project in which we are initiating, we are starting actually the project. So this step typically occurs before the project is greenlit, that means actually started. It usually involves putting together a business case document that explains the need for the project, followed by a feasibility study to determine the viability of the project in terms of its cost and projected benefits. Stakeholder involvement. Stakeholder involvement means that identify your project sponsor and key stakeholders to ensure the success of the project, meet with them to discuss their needs and expectations, map out the project scope, budget and timeline with them, and make sure to get their complete buy-in actually. Okay. Then project planning also involve like prioritizing the goals. A project and a team can only do so much. Prioritize your goals to make fulfilling them clear and easier. Identifying the deliverables means that what are the specific deliverables that you and your team are expected to produce. You will need to know exactly what is expected of you, as well as when you will also want to define what success looks like for each deliverables. Scheduling is also very important. Using the information in the previous steps, you will need to map out the project time frame, timelines. Normally we use the Microsoft project and other tools as well. Developing a project plan. The project plan means, as previously described, a project plan lays out the steps needed to bring the project to fruitful situation. It includes all the activities and tasks required in the appropriate order and workflow. And then bake in the contingency plan. Contingency plan means no project is without hiccups, that means issues. Make sure you plan for any bumps in the road by assessing the risk associated with your project and putting plan in place to address them. Basically friend, a contingency plan means that whenever there is some issue, for example, you have planned that your project will complete with the cost of $5,000 for example. So you can put some buffer, like for example $1,000 more as a contingency buffer. That means for example if any issue occur, if timeline overdue, like something happened, something bad happened, so you must need an additional buffer of $1,000 which is the contingency buffer. You can use it if project is overrun, if project is not completing on time, if resources are not available, etc., etc. So in that case you can use the contingency buffer as well. So that is basically the concept of contingency plan, like if any issue occur, so what you will do in that case. So you need some additional buffer in terms of cost, in terms of time as well. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you friends.